Hey, this is Amanda from Fundamental Home. I'm here talking to you because I wanted to take you through my process that I go through when I am purchasing groceries. And a lot of times when I'm helping people to save money on their groceries, I do it by having them come to my home and actually going through my cabinets with me. And you'll hear my husband, he's cutting grass in the background. I was going to film inside, but it actually got too dark in my kitchen, and I have to do this tonight, so I took you outside. He's mowing grass over there, and you know what? This is part of our home experience, so I hope you don't mind sharing it with me. So, back to what I was saying, I usually have people come into my home and actually go through my cabinets with me and spend time going shopping with me, and I can't do that with everyone that's out there wanting to know about how I do my grocery shopping. So what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and film my experience, so that you can see what I do and then you can practice that in your own home. So today is the day that my husband got paid, and what I normally do is take out my pink notebook. And on my pink notebook I carry with me everywhere. It's actually almost like a little journal. I keep all of the details about pretty much everything that goes on my life. I keep sermon notes, I keep appointments, I have addresses and phone numbers, and it doesn't have to be a pink notebook. I just usually have a notebook of some kind that I keep with me. When the notebook gets full, I actually keep it in my files, and it's kind of like a little journal. It's got all kinds of little details on my life, and I can look back at all my journals and see everything that I did, and I have a memory associated with everything that's in here. I was peeking back through it planning to talk to you about it, and I saw I had college notes. I had notes from a writers conference that I went to. My children had drawn pictures in here, and there are just all sorts of exciting things. And I had other, I was trying to find one. Here's one of my old grocery planning sheets. So I'm going to take you through a new grocery planning sheet. And what I normally do is I will sit down, and the very first thing that I do is I'll get out my notebook and I'll start writing the dates. Today's Thursday, so I will write Thursday. You might want to bring that around. So now that you're here behind me and you can see in my notebook, I start with Thursday. This is where I made sure my pen was writing. And we have Friday, and I normally do it sloppy, so ignore my sloppy handwriting. I usually do it in a rush, and that should just tell you it doesn't have to be fancy. You just have to get all of the dates down. My husband gets paid bi-weekly, so I actually do 2 weeks worth. And you'll notice here that I actually have a calendar out. Now normally when I do this I just sit down at the computer and I take the Google Calendar, and I don't use the Google Calendar. I've tried. I'm just not that. I'm at the computer a lot. Let me just say that. And I like to do things away from the computer every once in a while. So, but I will look at the calendar to get the dates down. So today is actually Thursday, the 4th of June. So then I'll write the rest of the days, 6, 7, 8. Make sure I was going faster than I was writing. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And if you read my blog post about part 2 about menu planning, or creating a menu and developing an inventory, then you know that I don't ever plan out my breakfast or my lunch menu. And that's because we have a number of things that we do there. If you haven't seen it, I will put the link in the description box, and you can see what we do for breakfast and lunch in part 2 of our Saving Money on Groceries blog series. So what I'm actually planning here is dinners or suppers, depending on how you say it. I'm going to look at my calendar and see what events I have coming up between now and the 17th of June. And the one thing that I do have, and this is my church's summer planning trip, and this is my home calendar. There's actually things that I'm missing on it because I don't use this calendar. Like I said, I have the Google Calendar normally. But I did check it and I didn't see anything else. The one thing I know that I have this Saturday is the Ladies' Fellowship at my church. And I know that I am supposed to bring barbecue chicken. Now that barbecue chicken is for lunch, but I'm going to make enough of that barbecue chicken, number one, for the Ladies Fellowship, but number two, for our family to have for our dinner that evening. So I don't have to make a second meal that day. So there's a lot going on. I don't have anything else planned any of those days. And by the way, I also have all the ingredients for barbecue chicken already in my home. I might want to purchase another thing of barbecue sauce, so we'll look into that. I don't have to. I do have some barbecue sauce here, but I probably could use another one just to make it extra saucy. But the truth of the matter is I could even make it from scratch because I normally have the ingredients to do that. So we'll just see what the price is and we'll put that on our list. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go into my kitchen cabinets and I'm going to see what items I actually have currently in my cabinets. So like I said, I'm going to take you into my kitchen cabinets so you can see the things that I do actually in my cabinets when I'm making my menu, making my list. We're not going to be able to film that tonight, so I'll check back in with you in the morning. And then tomorrow, you're going to go shopping with me. How exciting. So we'll see you in the morning. Good morning. So I'm here in the kitchen and I'm getting ready to work on seeing what kind of things I have in my inventory and make my menu plan for the week coming up. So I have my list that I made with the days and the dates and any kind of calendar events we have coming up, and I already have that on here. I'm ready to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is start looking through my cabinets and seeing what I have. And this is me genuinely making this for my week, so know that it's going to look pretty empty because it's actually past the day that I normally go shopping. I waited a little bit for you guys. So this is what we have in our cabinets. And I didn't even double check, so if it's not clean, you'll have to forgive me. But this, I have two big containers of oatmeal. And I actually feel like I need a little more oatmeal. I have one that's quick oats and one that's old-fashioned oats. We have grits. That's actually not for food, that's for ants. So we have some red ants in the backyard. We have some potatoes, some instant potatoes. I prefer to use real potatoes, but we have those for days when we need something quick. We got saltines, this is the tea that we keep around. Some au gratin potatoes, couscous, quinoa. We have plenty of macaroni and cheese left, you can see. It's just the noodles. This is some ditalini noodles and some other small noodles that I use to make some pasta fagioli and other soups. We have cornbread, one thing of ramen, and some rice sticks. Okay? Then we'll come look in this cabinet. This is like our extras cabinet, so we don't normally keep too much in here. We do have a couple of things of bread left, a little bit of pretzels, a little bit of tortilla chips. You know, I said we don't buy chips. Can't remember, we had pizza one night for some reason and we bought some chips, so it was a special occasion. A little bit of Swiss Miss cocoa that's been sitting there forever. We have these dried cranberries that were given to us, and these are dried cherries. And that was really a blessing. I think we're going to make some muffins with that coming up for breakfast. These are peanuts. We hide them from my husband because he eats too much of them, and then he makes them self. And then we have a thing of all-purpose flour. This is sugar up here, and these are actually empty egg cartons that we just keep in advance of one day having our own chickens. If you come with me over here to the bottom cabinet, it's probably a little messy down here. We have some potatoes. In here I keep my onions and my garlic. I have some plain rice. We're definitely going to need some plain rice, so I need to put that on my list. And while I'm at it, I'll add that oatmeal that I think that I need. And we have jasmine rice. I think we have enough jasmine rice for a couple of weeks, depending on what we make. We actually have a ton of beans, and I think I mentioned, it's way back here because my cabinets are deep, so I'll pull them out to show you. I think we mentioned that we don't love beans. Being that this is the warmer weather, it was all purchased, and we don't use very much of it. You can see some of the prices on it. So we have black beans, kidney beans, navy beans, great northern beans. We have organic lentils, pinto beans, soup bean mix, more navy beans and more Great Northern beans. So we have a ton of beans, but we're really not using them right now because, as I said, it's warmer weather. So, and we don't love it too much. So I do have beans. I could make a million things with beans, but I definitely don't need to purchase any. I'm moving on my knees. Over here in our other cabinet, as I said, I didn't clean it out. This is true and honest. So this is, and it's kind of messy. I need to clean it out. But this is my baking supplies cabinet. So in here I have all my spices, and it's very deep. It goes way back. I have all my baking things, and I'm going to blame Brianna for this mess because she likes to bake. And we have some of these gingerbread baking kits, which we got those for a steal. Down here where my canned foods are, over here we have a lot of our fruit. There's a thing of gravy sitting here, potatoes, pizza sauce. We make a lot of homemade pizza. These are peanut butter. We use that a lot for toast. My husband enjoys peanut butter and jelly. Carrots, peas, corn. There's cream corn back there. More peas. These are tomatoes, tomato soup, diced tomatoes. And over here I have cans of beans like for chili. So we have cannellini beans and chili beans and black beans. We have a lentil soup back there. This is local honey that we get from a member of our church. It's a very big blessing to us. We have some evaporated milk, which is important. We use that a lot in our baking. And we have some oil. And of course we have olive oil up here too. So I don't think we're going to need very much. We do need some chicken broth. Let me put that on my list. Chicken broth. Now this is, like I said, I usually just go through my inventory first and see what I'm missing, what I need. I do have some of these packages. I can't even grab them all. This is sausage gravy mix. Oops. We have a spicy orange beef. We have loads of taco seasoning and brown gravy. So all of those can be used to make good meals. And we'll keep that in mind when we're planning. And the reason why I go over all this is, number one, so I know what I need to buy. But number two, so when I'm actually out shopping, I know what's in my cabinetry and I know what I can make meals with. So one thing sometimes I like to make is take ground turkey and make turkey meatballs, and I like to make them and let them kind of simmer in that brown gravy mix with extra water. And so if I happen to see some ground turkey, I already have in mind, oh, I have all that brown gravy. I can make those really great turkey meatballs. So just something to consider. I won't put it on my list because I always choose my meals based on what's on sale. So I'm just going to wait and see, but at least I have everything fresh in my mind so I know what we have. So now we're going to go in the freezer, and I know my freezer's dirty, so try to ignore it. I haven't been in here this morning. These are some of my frozen veggies that I mentioned in my post. So I have lots of frozen peppers, olives, jalapeno peppers, and those are just things that I've purchased and frozen. We have some shredded potatoes, like you would make hash browns with. Loads of fish. We have flounder and some other white fish. This is actually my chicken breast that I've already purchased, and it's already ready for the barbecue chicken that I need for my ladies' fellowship. So as I said, I knew I didn't need to purchase that, so that's in here. We also have, it's wrapped up, but it's breakfast sausage links. And that would be really good with that sausage gravy. So we're going to have a breakfast dinner. This is a really great turkey breast. And this would make at least 2 meals, if not 3. So that's a really good amount of meat. And of course, I also have this stew meat. And let's look at the fridge. And in here, we have coffee. We have loads of shortening. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I don't think either one of them has been opened. I have a little box of noodles that's mostly used. We have some bread. We have some flavored breads, raisin cinnamon. This is whole wheat. This is oatmeal bread. We get these breads at a discount grocery store for 75 cents each. And sometimes they're on a better sale than that. So that's usually the least expensive we can get it. We have some eggs here. I always have to check the eggs, and I'm glad I did it this time. Because what I'll have is, look, this has 2. that has 2. So even though I look like I have 3 dozen, I usually don't have 3 dozen. And this one we won't save because somebody put the half-cracked eggs in there. I'll set this aside and throw in the trash. This is actually full, it looks like. So I have about 1.5 dozen. It's not bad. Eggs are so expensive right now. The prices have gone up because of the bird flu, and I think the eggs are right around $2 in the store. So I won't be purchasing eggs, and I'll try not to use too many eggs. In fact, I'll usually, if I make a recipe when eggs are precious, I'll usually reduce it by at least 1 egg and try to maybe substitute a little bit if I can. So we've got some butter. Again, I'll check to see. Got about 1/2, and that's a full one. Got a little cream cheese, some sliced cheese, tortilla. I have some French bread left over from something that we did with friends. I have some hamburger buns left over from something we did with friends. So this would make a great pizza if I sliced it in half with pizza sauce on it and cheese. That's a great meal for one night, especially with those jalapenos and those olives and all those great veggies I have. This bucket, I always keep my flour in a bucket in my fridge because I like to keep it cold because we bake, and anybody who bakes knows that it's good to have everything cold when you're baking. So we make really great pie crusts. I love to make pie. I also took this out for dinner. This is some sweet Italian turkey sausage. We'll probably make some paella with that. In here we have Mexican style cheese and mozzarella cheese. Mozzarella is pretty full, so I definitely think with the pizza sauce and the mozzarella and this bread, we'll probably have some kind of pizza on our menu this week. And in here I have a bag of carrots. On the side here, we have, and please again, it's messy, I apologize, but I'm trying to be real with you, I'm trying to be honest. We have definitely some barbecue sauce. This was just opened, so I might need to get some more barbecue sauce for that barbecue chicken because somebody opened my barbecue sauce. That happens sometimes. We have some dressing, some jelly, some cheese, taco sauce. We definitely have ketchup. We definitely have mustard. Those are things that we have a lot of. Got some mayonnaise. This needs to be thrown away. I have teenagers, so we have things that need to get thrown away from time to time. We do have a little cornstarch and masa harina for making your own tortillas at home. Again, with the tortillas and the taco seasoning, we'll probably have some sort of taco night, burritos or something like that. I'm going to shut this. There we go. Because that's going to suit what we have in our kitchen. So I'm going to take all that information and make a couple of notes on here based on the things that I think I can make. I definitely think we can have a pizza night. I definitely think we can have a taco night or a burrito night. Because I don't normally like to make my own tortillas, but I have everything I need to make it. Why buy it if I have it? You know? If you're always waiting for it to be easy, you're going to spend more money. So sometimes you just have to commit yourself and say, okay, I'm actually going to make the tortillas. So we'll put it on here and schedule a burrito night. And I'm not sure if I saw anything else. Oh, yeah, breakfast dinner. Because we had that sausage gravy. If we do that, we might want to, I'll put a question mark next to that because we normally have eggs with a breakfast dinner, but we don't have very many eggs. So we'll have to consider some options. Maybe some fresh fruit would be really good. Was there anything else I saw? We definitely have that turkey breast. I do like to make a note of the things that I definitely want to use. So to the turkey breast we can make at least 3 meals out of, so I'm making a note of that too. So I'll just show you right here on the side. I've made the notes of the different meals that I want to try to use. Oh, and you know, for that breakfast night we do have all that shredded potato too, so that's a good idea. So sausage gravy, we make some biscuits, some shredded potatoes. Yes, I know it's a lot of carbs, but maybe we'll get some fresh fruit and try to balance that out and just make it a really fun, not perfect, but fairly healthy meal. And again, tonight, Thursday's already passed because that was yesterday. Okay, so sorry the battery cut off. We're going to go back here. So yesterday was Thursday. I held it off because I wanted to make sure we had you guys. We had some extra things in the house we could use. So we don't have to do anything on Thursday. Tonight, though, we are going to use that. I'll put a note over here because I don't want to fill it in and pen yet. Tonight we're going to use the sausage and make some paella, which means tomorrow we're also going to have something with sausage because I make all the sausage at once and I only use half of it in the paella and half of it for something else. So it'll be something tomorrow, probably a nice, well, we'll see. We'll see what's on sale. I don't want to commit to anything. So this is just what I do at home before I get ready to go out shopping. So you're going to come shopping with me and see how I handle this. So we're going to take our list, we're going to take our inventory, we're going to take the ideas that we already have in our head and work to stretch it out and make it work for the next 2 weeks. Hey, it's Amanda. I'm here at the discount grocery store and we're getting ready to go in and see what kind of deals we can get here. So when I get them, I will come back out and show you. So we had a little hiccup in our plan. I forgot that I had to get my oldest son from work today and our truck only has 3 seats and we need 4, so I had to go switch out a vehicle and I already went to my first store. So we're in a bit of a hurry because we don't want the cold stuff to get cold. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pick up Brian, I'm going to go make one more trip to the grocery store, and then when I get home I'll show you everything that I picked up while I was out. So we will see you at home. Alright, we're back from our grocery store shopping trip, and I'm sorry for the little hiccup, but things happen sometimes, and I'm sure you understand that in your household. So what I did was, I went shopping, and I found the things that were on my list. I made some notes of how much they cost, and I went ahead and filled in, as I was shopping, all of the meals that I planned. So a good portion of these were with things that I already had in my refrigerator, in my storage that I already showed you, my inventory. So you can, I'll go ahead and put a list of these meals on the site so you can see it, and I'll put a link in the description box below. And here are my receipts. Now, you'll see on the receipts, this first one, I don't know if you can see that right there, it's $20.59. So that was the first one that I went to. And the second one is actually, it says $46.68. Now, I will say not all of that is grocery. I purchased, they had some toilet tissue on sale for 59 cents for a 4-pack of toilet tissue. And I knew of a place that needed to go. So I went ahead and purchased that, and that is a gift. So that's not part of our actual grocery budget, that's part of our giving budget. And also, I also bought a ham for $4.81, and so that's also part of our giving budget. So when you subtract that, the 59 cents, that's 60 cents essentially, times 10, you're talking $6. The ham was $4.81, that's about $11 right there, plus tax, so about $13 came off. I'll actually do the math of the tax that came off and what I actually spent and put that on the page too. But it comes out right around $50 when you add, it should be about $30 here and the $20 here. So once I do the math and figure out the differences, we'll know what I can have for the next, because this is the beginning of the month. So the next paycheck we'll have to decide what's left of our $100 budget. It should be right around $49, $48. And it's not uncommon for me in the first shopping trip to go a little bit over, because I get excited. And that's just how I do things. So let me show you what I got for my cash. So here's the things that I got. Now, some of the things I had on my list that I needed. I think you'll remember I said that I needed chicken broth. So there's that. We went ahead and purchased some milk. We didn't have any. There's that. Those are basic things that we just want to have in our inventory all the time. I think I said I was going to need to get some rice. I got a big old thing of rice. That should last us a good long time. So we have that. We really didn't need any bread. I was only going to purchase bread if I found what I was looking for at the right price. I get it from the salvage grocery store. So I'm looking for a good price, I'm looking for good bread, and I want to make sure that it's in date. So all of these were actually in date. This was actually from the regular store. And so we're going to go ahead and keep those. We're going to freeze them, and we'll pull them out as we need them. So, and what I did say I was going to go ahead and purchase oatmeal, but since we got so many of these flavored breads, we usually enjoy those for breakfast. I went ahead and just thought we could make do with the oatmeal that we have. So these are 2 things of Pepperidge Farm cinnamon bread, 2 things of Pepperidge Farm strawberry bread. We have sourdough and potato bread for our regular sandwiches and things. And back here we have these whole wheat hot dog buns, which we purchased at Aldi, and they were 39 cents for each package. So 3 packages of hot dog buns were $1, and we went ahead and purchased hot dogs, even though they're not something we enjoy all the time. That was a good deal. We're going to put them on the menu. They'll probably be for lunches though, so you probably won't see it on the dinner menu. We have some ziti for soup, and we have these 2 Uncle Ben's chicken flavored rice. They were only 50 cents, so that's going to be good for a meal. I did get a special treat because the fundamental dad and I have a nice evening to ourselves tonight. So we're going to probably enjoy a little snacky poo, and that's okay. We can enjoy that sometimes. I found all this great fruits and vegetables. This was 4 for $1 for all these tomatoes. It was 3 for $1 for the cucumbers. 2 for $1 for the celery. And each of these packages were 50 cents. Got the organic green beans and the hearts of romaine. So we're going to have salads on the menu for the next few days, just to go ahead and use those up. And the tomatoes and everything seem nice and firm, but if they get to where they're feeling a little mushy, we'll go ahead and dice it and freeze it and use that for soups later. So that's not going to go to waste. This French, we're going to use this for our salads we're going to make. It's only 69 cents. We have this ground turkey and 2 pounds of ground beef. This was $1.89, I believe. I think this was $2.69. Either way, I said we were going to make burritos or tacos. We'll use that meat for that, and probably have a good portion of it to keep. This is another turkey ham that I got. We have some tuna, we have some salsa, we have ramen, and I've already mentioned that. And this, of course, is 2 big packages of turkey thighs that I got at a really good bargain for $2.50 each package. So turkey thighs are great because you can use those for a lot of soups, and you can just bake it and have shredded chicken. It would be really good if I were going to use it for that barbecue chicken. Maybe I'll have some more barbecue chicken on another menu plan. So what I did was I filled out the menu plan with the ingredients that I had on hand, and then once I already had that, I only actually had spent about $20 filling in the spaces for the menu plan. And then I had about $30 left that I could fill in with any bargains that I found. And those bargains are the things that I'm stocking up on, so that the next time I go to make a menu plan, I've already got a good amount of things in my refrigerator, and I just need to add a few more extras to fill it out. So pretty much every week I'm loading up on those bargains, and the next time I go to make a menu plan, we're just filling in the spaces with things that are needed to make the plan itself happen. So I really try to take you grocery shopping with me so you could see how I purchase and feed my family of 5 for under $100. By all means, please put comments down below. What do you think? Was it helpful to you? I'd really love to hear from you. Thank you so much for following us here at the Fundamental Home. I hope you will subscribe. We're going to try to bring more content to you that's helpful to you. And make sure you like us on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and Pinterest, and comment on the blog if you enjoy it, because it really encourages me to keep trying to get things out there that you like. If there's anything else you'd like to hear about, make sure you comment that too. So thanks so much, and we'll try to bring you something else next time.